Lesson 9.3, Factoring Simple Trinomials. Today we factor. So what's the opposite of factoring? Well, most people call it foiling, or I like to call it distributing. So for example, if I have x plus 5 times x plus 2, we do all this fun stuff. Put x squared plus 2x plus 5x plus 10, x squared plus 7x plus 10. So we're going to undistribute, unfoil. We're going to take this and break it into that sort of thing. So I broke it down in rules. A lot of people don't teach it this way. I only do it because it's a complex process and people seem to like it. So we'll leave the thing we're going to factor up here on top. So first things first, parentheses, which seems very stupid to say, but again, we're going to go through it step at a time. So there's our parentheses already built in. Then the variables. In this case, we have x squared, so it's going to be x times x. That's going to give us x squared. Then we've got to sort out the signs. Now, this little trick with the signs only works if you put the big number first. As you get better at this, you should find ways to shortcut it on your own, but for the time being, that's what we're going to do. If the signs are plus plus, which they are here, then you're going to write plus plus. So in this case, plus plus. The signs are plus minus, you're going to write plus minus. The first two are easy to remember. If the signs are minus plus, you're going to write minus minus. And if they're minus minus, then you're going to write minus plus. If those are confusing, don't worry, I'll show you that in a minute. Fourth step, factor the third term. So we take the 10 and I write it out here. Always write the bigger number first. 10 times 1, 5 times 2, and that's it. Some factoring techniques go into this, but if you use this technique, all you have to do is write the big number first. And then you say add or subtract it. And by that I mean just check which one works. So 10 plus 1 does not equal 7. 5 plus 2 does equal 7. And we're done. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 plus 2 is 7. That's all we have to do to check. We do not have to redo the whole distribution. So that looked ridiculously easy. Let's make our lives a little bit harder and try some of these other problems. So parentheses, x's plus minus is going to go plus minus. Let's start factoring. 36 times 1, 18 times 2, 9 times 4, and I missed one, 12 times 3. I'll start with that, see if it works. Now I got plus minus, so one's negative, one's positive. They have to subtract to 9. So it looks like 12 and 3 subtract to 9. 12 times negative, don't forget the negative, 3 is negative 36. 12 minus 3 is positive 9. Good. You might want to practice some of these on your own. I'm going to put up parentheses, so pause the tape if you want to try them on your own. X's minus plus goes minus minus. 12 and 1, 6 and 2, 4 and 3. They're both negative, so we'll add 6 and 2. So negative 6 times negative 2 is positive 12. Negative 6 plus negative 2 is negative 8. Looks good. Love the positive positive. Nice and easy. Only 2 and 1 really to work with, so that's a piece of cake. Negative negative means negative positive. 18 and 1, 9 and 2. Negative 9 plus 2 is negative 7. Negative 9 times 2 is negative 18. Looks good. I'm not even going to bother with this one because now I'm getting faster at it. 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. I'm starting to recognize all the patterns. And I could go through 70 times 1, 35 times 2. But I look at it, I see 3 there, and I say, I think 10 and 7 will work. 10 times negative 7, negative 70. Plus 10 minus 7, positive 3. I'm on a roll. This is a dead giveaway, and we're going to get back to this a little bit. Perfect square, minus, minus. So I think it's going to be 7 and 7. I'll write it down just to be thorough. Negative 7 times negative 7, positive 49. Negative 7 plus negative 7, negative 14. So that's just the factoring part. We've also used the zero product property to solve x squared problems. So what do? Well, first things first, we got to get it equal to 0. And since we can't solve an x squared easily, we have to do it by factoring. So parentheses, x plus, x minus, and I'm going to guess 6 and 3. 6 minus 3 is 3. Positive 6 times negative 3 is negative 18. Great. Break it in half. And I'm bored, so I'm not going to actually write out the whole problem. If you want, you could do this. But I know it's always going to be opposite sign. So x plus 6 means negative 6. X minus 3 means positive 3. Let's check it out. Try negative 6 squared plus 3 times negative 6. 36 minus 18 equals 18. Looks like it works. Try 3. 3 squared is 9 plus 9 equals 18. Looks like it works. Do you have to check? Recommend it. It was very quick. Probably make sure you'll get it right that way, but it's up to you. So you can pause the tape, try these on your own if you want. I'm going to try them right away. Seven minus 4 is 3. Good. Rather than write it out, I'm going to check my head. 49 minus 21 minus 28 is 0. Yep. 16 plus 12 minus 28 is 0. Yep. This one, I've got to move them all over. Guessing 9 times 7. Put them all back in here. 18 plus 63. 81. 9 squared, 81. Nice. 7 squared is 49. 63 minus 14, 49. They both work. There's just one last thing, because this is actually what we're doing. When we get to graphing, it'll become a little more obvious. What does it mean to find the zero of a function? And we've done this before if you've been following my lessons. So find the zeros of this function just means set f of x equal to 0. And you'll notice it's exactly what we've been doing. Looks like 8 times 3 should work. Negative 8 plus 3 is negative 5. Negative 8 times 3 looks good to me. And that's it. Good luck.